NBA fans, what's going on? Welcome into NBA Now from Chat Sports. I'm your host, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down all the latest news and rumors going around the association. And today I want to start off with a little piece of news about Jerami Grant and the Denver Nuggets. The power forward has decided he is going to decline his player option for next season, which was worth $9.3 million. He's saying, hey, I can get some more money in the open market. I'm going to go ahead and turn this down. Now, Jerami Grant was traded from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Denver Nuggets last summer for a first-round pick when the Thunder thought they were blowing up the team and they didn't need Jerami Grant anymore. Now, I really like Jerami Grant for this Denver Nugget team, and he is not saying, oh, I'm not going to return. He just wants some more money, and he wants some more years for security under his belt. Now, Jerami Grant was pretty good for the Nuggets this year at 11.5 points per game and 3.5 rebounds. He shot 47% from the field and really showed that he can play beyond the three-point arc. He can hit knock down a corner three whenever he needs it. Even some small ball five and really guard all three of those positions. Jerami Grant was a great addition. He's a nice change of pace from Paul Millsap. He fits nicely alongside Nikola Jokic. The most important thing for him this summer is that Denver doesn't have a lot of big men under contract. They're going to need Jerami Grant back this summer if they want some real depth. Nikola Jokic, of course, the All-NBA, All-Star center, who is basically the core of their team, is under contract next year for $29.5 million. Michael Porter Jr. is under contract as well for $3.6 million. And I like MPJ. I think he's going to be a great player in the NBA when he's healthy, but I don't like him as the starting power forward in Denver. Paul Millsap this summer is going to be an unrestricted free agent. Mason Plumlee is going to be an unrestricted free agent, who is the backup to Nikola Jokic. And then Noah Vonleh, who they just recently acquired and didn't really play a lot in Denver, is also an unrestricted free agent. So Jerami Grant's free agency is becoming more and more important to Denver now that he's declining that option. They're going to say, hey, we're going to have to pay you so that we have someone to start alongside Jokic, and we have somebody that can back up our threes, our fours, and our fives. Now, I think he should stay in Denver. I think it's a perfect fit for him. I think he's going to have a really good role in Denver's system next season. But maybe you guys have a different team in mind that Jerami Grant should go to. So let me know in the comment section below, which team should Jerami Grant sign with this summer now that he's going to be an unrestricted free agent, declining that $9.3 million player option from Denver. And whatever team you have, maybe you have a favorite team that you need to keep getting some more gear for. Well, lucky for you, we've teamed up with Fanatics to get you some cheap deals on some great hats. When you go to chatsports.com/NBA hat, you can get your favorite team hat for as low as $9. So you could get multiple hats. Maybe you've got multiple favorite teams. $9? Are you kidding me? Go buy 3, 4, 5 hats for that much money. When you go to chatsports.com/NBA hat, you're going to save some money and you're going to look good while you do it, thanks to Fanatics. Now I've got some more news here out of the NBA, but more specifically, the NBA G League. Now, we all know that the G League has created a new team in which top prospects can go and play for. It's called the G League Elite Select Team, and now they found their head coach in Brian Shaw. He's agreed to become that new head coach, and that team is going to consist of all the top high school prospects, including Jalen Greene, the number 2 overall prospect, number 1 on ESPN's Top 100. Now, Brian Shaw has spent some time coaching already. This isn't his first coaching gig, but it's going to be his first one in a little while. Now, back in 2004 to 2011 is back when he really got his start. He was an assistant coach for his former team that he played for, the Los Angeles Lakers. And then he got a little bit of an upgrade as a newer assistant coach with the Indiana Pacers just for 1 year between 2011 and 2012. And then he finally gets his first head coaching job with the Denver Nuggets, in which he goes 56-85 for 2 seasons. He did not coach well in Denver. To be fair, those weren't great teams in Denver. He goes back to LA to become the associate head coach for a few years. Now, this G League team is going to consist of some real stars coming out of high school and going straight to the pros. Jalen Greene, like I said, on 24/7 Sports, is the number 2 overall prospect. He said, hey, no college for me. I'm going to start making money in the G League. Daishen Nix, 16th overall prospect, another kid who's a real fun guy to watch. I like Isaiah Todd a little bit more than him, though, the 19th overall prospect, who originally committed to Michigan and then backs out, says, no, I'm going to go play with Jalen Greene. We're going to go ball up in the G League. And then Kai Soto. Now, he is not a high school kid, so he doesn't have an official ranking. He was playing over in the Philippines, a 7-foot center who literally just turned 18 years old and is going to be really good for this team next year. But the kid who's the most important, the one that really started this whole movement, is Jalen Greene. On ESPN, he's the number one prospect coming out of that 2020 class. He could have gone to any college he wanted and been the best player on that team, but he said, no, I'm going to spend a year in the G League and then go straight to the pros, straight to the NBA, because this new system they have set up, these kids can go to the G League, they can play 1 year there, they can make money, they can play against pro-level competition, and then they can go into the NBA draft and be drafted straight to the NBA. And like I said, he was really the first domino that fell for this G League team. They started to move more guys like Isaiah Todd, like Kai Sotto into the G League. Now, Greene last year in the AAU, when he was playing in a little tournament, these aren't his full high school stats. Those were a little bit hard to come by, so we got you his AAU stats. Put up 17 points per game, 5 assists, 4 boards, and shot nearly 35% from 3. He's a great shooter, but an even better athlete. This kid is going to be special in the NBA one day, and he's getting a little bit of a head start as he's going to play in the G League now for Brian Shaw and his new team. Now, there's a lot of debate about what these top prospects should do. Should they go to college? Should they go to the G League? Should they just wait it out and play all 4 years in college? But what do you guys think these top prospects should be doing? I want you to let me know in the comment section below. Now, personally and selfishly, I like them going to college because I like to see college basketball at the top. But I also understand going and making money in the G League. Why wouldn't you want to make money right away? But let me know what you guys think down below. Now let's talk about Jayson Tatum here of the Boston Celtics. Eligible for a contract extension this summer, and according to Brian Windhorst, he will, quote, most likely get a max offer from the Celtics. Now, here's the deal. Most likely should just be taken out of that altogether, because Jayson Tatum deserves a max contract, and he's going to get a max contract from the Boston Celtics because he's proven himself to be a true star, a true go-to player on this Boston team, and he's going to get that max contract one way or another. This year, he's been averaging 23.6 points per game and 7 boards, and he does it all so efficiently at 40%. Boston Celtics. Not only that, but he's taking a major leap. He's taken a huge step forward in his game. Last year, he's putting up 15.7 points per game and 6 boards to go with 2 assists and 37% from 3. That's with the Kyrie Irving-led Celtics. But now, Jayson Tatum of the Boston Celtics, it's his team. Obviously, they have Kemba Walker. They've got Jaylen Brown. It's not a one-man show, but he's gotten to step up. He's gone from 16 points to 24 points, from 6 boards to 7 boards. He's up the 3-point percentage. Now, his field goal percentage has dipped off just a tiny bit, only because he's shooting more. But 0.2%, give me a break. That's nothing. He is an all-star. He will get this max contract from the Celtics because this team's really special. I like what they have on the floor. I think they are competitors in the Eastern Conference Finals one day. Kemba Walker and Jaylen Brown is your backcourt. I love that duo. I love Kemba Walker's offense and playmaking ability to go along with Jaylen Brown's defense and shot making. Gordon Hayward, now that he's healthy, you can put him back in the starting 5, putting up 17.3 points per game this year to go with Jayson Tatum next to him. Now, their one big hole on the team is their center position. They've got Enes Kanter, they've got Daniel Tice, they've got Robert Williams, but no real true big man to go to. But that's okay when you've got Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, and Jayson Tatum all on the same team. I'm a big fan of this Celtics team. I love watching them play. Probably my favorite Eastern Conference team, maybe behind the Milwaukee Bucks. But who's your favorite team in the NBA? Let me know in the comment section below, because we do all kinds of coverage here on Chat Sports. We're covering every single team every single day. You're not going to want to miss a thing. But if you're a diehard Mavs fan, we've got a brand new channel for you right now. When you go to youtube.com/allthingsmavs, or just go to that link down below, you got to subscribe to our new channel. We just hit 2,000 subscribers. We're putting out videos every single day. Help us get to 3,000 by hitting that big red subscribe button. Let's talk about one more thing here, and it's Bradley Beal. He's been at the center of a lot of our videos lately, but now it's starting to become clear that he's going to be back in DC for the long term. He is expected to re-sign when his contract ends with the Washington Wizards. Of course, he did sign a contract extension with them, and he ended up being a part of their core. He is a part of their core, their only great player right now. But his extension expires after 2021-2022. But the Wizards are operating as if, hey, he's going to come back. Fred Katz of The Athletic had this to say when talking about that contract. He said, Beal is telling the Wizards the same things he's telling the public. And after he signed an extension less than a year ago, Washington is not operating as if he's gone when this contract expires. Now, Beal's been very vocal that he wants to stay in DC, and it looks like they all think he's going to. He's been a great player this year for the Washington Wizards, but there has been speculation that someone is going to trade for him, that he's going to switch teams. Now, it's kind of getting debunked here, but which NBA star do you think will be the next one? It's quite yet. I'm going to hold off until I see exactly who's going to be a free agent this year, but maybe you guys have a better idea than me. Let me know down below. Now, Bradley Beal's contract goes through, like I said, 2021, 2022, and then he has a player option. This year, he's making $27.1 million. Then next season, when he's still under contract, it'll go up to $28.8 million. And then the next year, the last full year he's under contract, he's making nearly $35 million, probably more money than I'll ever see in my entire life. And then the next season, he's got a player option. So he can hit the open market. He doesn't have to play for the Wizards, but the Wizards think he'll probably decline that and then re-up for another 5 years, in which will probably be his last big contract, because by then he'll be 29 years old. Now, Beal deserves all the money in the world from the Washington Wizards because he has been a star. 28 points per game, 7 assists, 4.3 rebounds, and 34% from three. I'm a big fan of Bradley Beal's game, and I think he's going to be able to lead the Wizards back to the playoffs when they're fully healthy and when they have a good young core built around him. So again, it's all about the Wizards. They're saying, hey, he's coming back. There's no Brooklyn Nets that are trading for him. The Wizards are staying put with Bradley Beal. NBA fans, thank you so much for watching today's show, and I'll see you next time.